It is a very happy New Year's Day for the Auburn Tigers as they come into Gainesville and win the SEC opener over Florida 82-75. Adam Schick and Britt Davis with you at the brand new Exact Tech Arena. And Britt, when you start the SEC, there's pressure in a figurative sense. The problem for Florida is that Auburn also brought pressure in a very literal sense from start to finish.
Absolutely. They did exactly what their game plan was. Come in here, pressure Florida, cause turnovers, and convert that into offense.
And for Florida, they answered in whatever way they could. In the second half, that was mostly with Ronnie Williams.
Yeah, Ronnie Williams came to play that second half, doing it all over the floor. She'd had a lot of jumpers inside that SEC logo area, and that's where she got the majority of her points, there or down low.
Ronnie Williams ended up with a SEC career-high 24 points, but you're going to see two players that really brought it for Auburn, starting right off the bat with Brandy Montgomery.
I mean, Montgomery off the bat, 7 of 8 from the three-point line, and then you have Firking, 3 of 9 from the three-point line, and just no answer for the two of them.
Firking very quiet in the first half. In the second half, she exploded, ended up crossing 1,000 points in her career. The two of them combined for 50 points, and they made 10 of 17 from long distance between the two of them. Here's Jennings attacking, swatted away by Fleming. Now Anderson wants to push. Peoples looking to get in the lane and lost control of it. Kept alive. Anderson wants to get out of all that traffic and see what she can find. She finds a wide open three, and she canned it. And now she finds an open Anderson. Does she have another? She does, and Florida leads. 10 seconds. Williams dumped down low. Hillsman wide open. And Florida's got to hurry if they want a shot here. Westbrook's had a couple buzzer beaters. She looks, wants to get this off at the buzzer. Got another one! Did it again, did Simone Westbrook.
And what a decision. She doesn't settle for the half-court shot. A mistake rarely do you see by Jordan Jones.
Batchelor took it away. Critical stretch here for Florida, playing without a lot of size. Westbrook explodes to the bucket and got it.
If you are Florida, know where Courtney Walker is.
Williams inbounding, looking for Walker. They deny her. Lob to the corner. Jones almost lost it. Jones, 1 second, running out of time, and it's over. Florida's beaten Texas A&M for the first time ever. 83-81 in a thriller in the O-Dome. Sydney Meringue, the last Gator off the bench, in for the first time. So already Florida showing all the cards they have to play in this first 5-minute segment. Brooke Copeland is double teamed. And again, that trap will get you. That's what Auburn really thrives on. And we'll see if they can create in transition as a result. Montgomery, a triple will go from the corner.
Montgomery, she is a shooter. Shooter first. She likes to shoot from outside, shooting 28% from the three-point line. She'll let it fly if she can see an inch. As another steal by Auburn. This press really giving Florida a lot of trouble.
And another foul on the offensive side on Delisha Washington, who struggled a lot with fouls throughout her freshman year so far.
And again, you talk about freshmen entering the SEC. The competition that you're playing against, everybody's as quick as you or quicker. So you've got to change the way, move your feet more. You can't put your hands on players as much.
Katie Dang, a senior from Senegal, and Amari Jones, a sophomore, into the game for Auburn. They have a lot more players they can work with, go deep into the bench to keep the pressure high and force mistakes. Montgomery wants to stay hot, and she does from the left wing.
And I was talking to some people from Auburn, and they said if Montgomery and Firking get hot from the three-point line, they tend to shoot better. So early on, that's good for Auburn. Montgomery
had just 5 points the last time these teams played as Copeland gets her pocket pick. Dang cruises in for a layup, and all of a sudden, Auburn on an 8-0 run. Boy, Washington just harassed there by a senior, and Dang knew she wanted to score and took advantage of that aggressive nature. Firking wants another one. She's got another one. Amanda Butler wants a timeout because now both Auburn shooters are getting hot from long range, and it's the biggest lead of the game for the Tigers thanks to the three-point line. A 6-0 run has Auburn leading by 7 with just under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Florida looking for an answer defensively here in Gainesville. Florida trying to find needles and keep her hot. Couldn't quite get open there against Hill. Now Batchelor in traffic, sees the open lane. Nice dish to Ronnie Williams for the finish. Here's Hyder working on Lorenzen. 13 to shoot. Bethel, Norton, thought about the three, then thought better of it. Now a calamity in the corner and a steal. 2-on-1, Kristanaki and Westbrook, the freshman, puts it home.
And you see LSU, they want a timeout because they see this getting out of control. It's not going their way anymore. They've controlled it 3.5 quarters. Right now, Florida's controlling the game.
Mistakes will be magnified down the stretch in a game that's been full of them. Needles wants to drive all the way in and puts it home. Anderson second in the SEC in assists at this exact moment. Helps when you can find someone like Ronnie Williams who finds all sorts of ways to score just like that.
And Lindsey Cunningham saying, hey, I was straight up.
Meringue trying to fit it into a tight window for Anderson. Good dish off to Ronnie Williams for the and one opportunity.
And just as we talk about it, Anderson finds Ronnie Williams on a drive. Great finish with contact.
Lorenzen in that comfortable spot. Now time winding down. Meringue trying to get back on the board, and she hits it. Meringue finds the ball in her hands, and now here's Ronnie Williams going to work. Beautiful jump step to the baseline, and Florida leads by 6. The 67th entry in the Florida-Georgia rivalry was played tonight in Gainesville, and the Bulldogs came out victorious 71-61. Adam Schick and Brittany Davis with you here at the O-Dome. And Britt, we knew coming in the storyline was going to be the outstanding offense of Florida against the great defense of Georgia. And if defense wins championships, tonight it won games as well.
That's exactly what it did. They turned their defense into offense. They attacked the glass. They shot the ball well from outside, but they really turned it up defensively, and they created their offense from their defense, exactly what they look to do.
If we look at the game summary, you see it was a 10-point game, but really much more of a Georgia domination, that especially if you look at the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, the first 3 quarters, Georgia just did kind of what they wanted when they wanted. They scored at will. Florida just really with no answer. They only had 10, 12, and 14 points in those first 3 quarters. And you see right there, you have Griffin with 23 points, Washington with 17, and then for Florida, Cassie Peoples came in with 15, trying to get her team back in it down the stretch.
Griffin's a big-time scorer. You expected that. What you didn't expect was what Haley Washington gave Georgia, a career high tonight.
Yeah, she came in and she just was a force down low. She finished open shots down the basket. You see them finding her there. She attacked and she got points when they needed it for her. But like you said, unexpected finishes. But she did what she did best. Garbage plays around the basket and caught the ball and finished strong when they gave her good passes.
Griffin is always starred against Florida. She scored 17 the last time these teams played, had 23 here tonight, and you see the combination of the two of them. They just did it all in different ways.
Yeah, they did it inside and out. You saw the inside play of Washington. Now you get to see the outside play of Griffin, and she starts, we talked about it, with her defense. She got in the passing lane, and she finished strong with a layup.
And that was something Georgia did all night, turning defense into offense.
Yeah, and that was the key for them. That's what they came in wanting to do. They said, hey, we're powered by our defense. Let's turn it into offense. And Griffin, you know, she finished from outside. She finished inside. In transition was key for Georgia tonight. I think they played very well in transition and got easy buckets.